What's up everyone and welcome back to Exploring Attractions. In today's video we're talking about the brand new Universal Fan Fest nights that will take special experiences and exclusive after hours events to a whole nother level. Universal actually just came out with exciting details about this brand new exclusive event. And what is it? Well, it's actually being brought to life behind the creative minds of Halloween Horror Nights. People are calling it an HHN sequel because there is some form of Horror Nights type of feel to it. So we're gonna walk around Universal and get into all the details as far as this event goes, with tickets now being on sale. Now, like I said, this will be exclusive, so you're gonna buy a separate ticket for it, and tickets are now on sale. You can actually buy a pass to visit every single night. It kicks off April 25th and runs through May on select nights. But what will be featured in there? Well, multiple properties, including Back to the Future, One Piece, Yoshi will be featured in a brand new meet and greet, which we'll get to a little bit later. But there's actually going to be something that'll be located inside of the DreamWorks Theater right here. And now I'm going to read straight out of the press release. I want to preface this by saying it's not confirmed that it's in the DreamWorks Theater, but from the description, it seems like this is where it's going to be. And I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'll put the picture on the screen. But it's the Hunger of the Curse, where this anime experience inspired by a wildly popular Japanese manga, and its anime adaptation follows high school student Yuji after he accidentally becomes the host of a powerful curse and joins the Tokyo High School. This epic adventure will be transformed into an exciting film-based experience which first debuted at Universal Studios Japan. So it seems like this experience is film-based, meaning that it's going to be taking part on a screen. Where else do they have a screen lying around inside of a theater other than DreamWorks Theater? That's why I'm making the connection of the two. But this experience actually debuted at Universal Studios Japan, so that'll be the first kind of exclusive thing as far as Universal Fan Fest nights go. But let's go check out the rest of the park to see if we can locate any of the other areas that will be hosting different experiences. We're gonna start making our way to the lower lot because in Super Nintendo World, it'll also be participating in Universal Fan Fest nights. But also, Universal's getting a haunted house experience for this event. Let me touch more on that. Way off in the distance, and I'll pull up my phone right now, you can see some plywood. Something that would be Horror Nights related to plywood. Well, I don't think it is. And that kind of brings us to our next talking point for Universal Fan Fest nights in Star Trek in Dungeons and Dragons. Now let's backtrack a little bit. There was a media event that a lot of people got to go to, and they discussed Star Trek and Dungeons and Dragons being like an HHN house, an immersive experience. And in the press release, which I'll read right now, kind of describes it that as well. But I guess lots of questions were put out in that media event and exactly what these experiences is going to be. And the best description of it is, instead of like a conga line, you're going to be getting pulsed through these different experiences. First, let's talk about Star Trek Red Alert, and I'll try my best to kind of paraphrase this as much as possible. Inspired by the Star Trek universe that has entertained millions of fans, the daring walkthrough experience will boldly take guests on an immersive adventure aboard the USS Enterprise on a mission to prevent an interstellar threat. Guests will find themselves transported to the year 2403, just as an otherworldly entity wreaks havoc on the ship. As the chaos ensures, guests will venture further into the Enterprise, navigating familiar Star Trek environments. Laden with special effects, audio-visual effects, multi-sensory activations, and themed performers, this all-original experience will create an unforgettable, awe-inspiring moment that will elevate Star Trek fandom to new levels. But we'll go to move into Super Nintendo World, and we'll talk about the Dungeons and Dragons experience a little bit later on. Into Super Drone World we go. And why am I saying Super Drone World and not Super Nintendo World? Well, that's because during the event, they are doing a drone show, or at least drone moments overhead of Super Nintendo World of different Nintendo characters, different Nintendo icons. It'll be the first time, at least in Nintendo area, that they've used drones. I know that they've tested stuff before, but it's really exciting to see, or it's going to be really exciting to see the drones way above. We're here for the grand opening celebration. We're lucky enough to be invited out for that, and seeing the fireworks show that they did in here and just seeing how Super Nintendo was all lit up with the projections was impressive. I can only imagine that they would use the projections and different effects like that for FanFest nights as well, but you never know. So obviously Super Nintendo World is known for its kinetic energy and its experience and the feeling of you being inside of a Nintendo game or meeting your favorite Nintendo characters. On top of the drone show, you'll also be able to meet and greet with Yoshi. Now, we talked a lot about this in our last video, kind of speculating what exactly the Yoshi thing could be. Now we have it confirmed that a first of its kind Yoshi meet and greet will be coming to Super Nintendo World here in Hollywood. And you can't meet them during the day, you can only meet it during these nights, but it's amazing because nowhere else in the world, at Super Nintendo World Japan, Super Nintendo World in Florida when it opens up, we'll have a Yoshi meet and greet. Yet, at least. Obviously Japan has the Donkey Kong one, but nowhere has a Yoshi one. Hollywood's gonna be the first and I'm so excited. Now as they celebrate Yoshi inside of Super Nintendo World during the nights, they're also bringing a Yoshi scavenger hunt where you can hunt for Yoshi's eggs across the land, and obviously this is gonna have to do with the power-up band. Kind of excited because I do have a Yoshi themed power-up band, so I'm definitely gonna be rocking that when we visit. But yeah, there'll also be a scavenger hunt. There's gonna be lots of fun stuff to do here in Super Nintendo World. Alright, so after we're done with Super Nintendo World and everything, I want to touch base on that Dungeons & Dragons thing that I kind of teased a little bit. Now, Dungeons & Dragons will be similar to what the Star Trek Red Alert experience is going to be. The difference here is they're going to be using animatronics and puppets, and they're actually utilizing the Jim Henson Company to bring a certain creature to life. Dungeons & Dragons Secrets of Waterdeep. Inspired by the world's greatest role-playing game, Dungeons & Dragons, or D&D, this epic experience will welcome guests and fans to partake in a one-of-a-kind adventure and explore the fantastic world of D&D. Guests will join the Harpers, a heroic spy network, to foil a plot by the legendary Beholder, Xanther, and save the city of Waterdeep. In creating this unique experience, Universal Studios Hollywood is collaborating with Jim Henson's Creature Shop to create the legendary Beholder Xanther that will come to life within the Dungeons & Dragons Secrets of Waterdeep experience. So yeah, wow, they're partnering with Jim Henson to bring these creatures to life. And if you guys have played Dungeons & Dragons or know a lot about Dungeons & Dragons, there's lots of creatures and stuff that they can pull off very strongly with puppets and animatronics and everything, and for them to kind of put it into a walkthrough experience is gonna be nuts. Like, I don't think y'all are ready for this, and if you think that you can get everything done in one night, you probably can't, because they're going all out with this event. The Dungeons & Dragons thing is gonna be so freaking cool, and I can't wait to have that like kind of scare aspect as well. I feel like they're gonna bring that to life with this. Even though it's not like an HHN house, you still get the aspects of it. I feel like there's gonna be more of a scary aspect to it. But let's take a quick trip over to somewhere where we don't need roads. Now, we're not gonna get on the studio tour right now, but I'll stand over on the outlook over here because soon the studio tour will turn from the studio tour trams to the fan tram. Now, Universal is going to be giving fans the opportunity to step onto Courthouse Square for Destination Hill Valley. This nostalgia experience is based on the 1985 Back to the Future blockbuster movie and invites guests to time travel back to 1955 Hill Valley alongside the film's iconic characters. Time travel begins the moment guests climb aboard the studio tour fan tram and venture towards Courthouse Square, the original filming location for this classic film. Destination Hill Valley will pay homage to this groundbreaking film by inserting guests into familiar scenes with iconic props from Hill Valley, with the original Lion Estate monuments to the time machine on display. Guests will have the sensation of going back in time as they partake in the energetic recreation of the Enchantment Under the Sea Dance and Hill Valley Festival, plus experience a stunning recreation of the Clock Tower lightning strike. And this is why I say I don't think you'll be able to do everything in one night, because there's so much to do, including going all the way down to the backlot to experience the Back to the Future Destination Hill Valley. And wait just a second, y'all, because there are still more things to talk about. Even more. There's so much. So yes, we're coming into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter because they are bringing a light show. It's actually a light show that we've seen over at Universal Orlando Resort and Islands of Adventure. This show is called Hogwarts Always. It's a light projection show designed to take guests on a whimsical journey through a school year at Hogwarts. So they will have a new entertainment offering as far as new to Hollywood goes, but they're also doing different meet and greets in here as well, where you'll have the chance to further engage in the theme park's immersive land with all new magical creature interactions, including the opportunity to meet the Niffler, a baby dragon, and so much more. So yeah, they're going to be doing different character meet and greets in here, different creature interactions, stuff like that. They're really getting all the different lands involved as far as this whole big experience goes, including the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, because that is a huge hit just with the general public every single day. So one of the final things that we're going to talk about for the event is One Piece. Now, the reason I'm over here by the Universal Plaza area is because this is the only place that I could think of that they're going to put One Piece at, but I could be wrong because they also have the UBE building is what it's called, and that's where the Quiet Place Haunted House was at. But then again, could they be using that for Dungeons and Dragons or Star Trek? We don't know. We know obviously those are going to be indoors if they're going to be those experiences, but as far as a One Piece goes, I don't know if they're going to be using the Universal Plaza area because they're taking a long time with tearing down Whoville. I think that could be the answer to it. Maybe they're utilizing it. Whatever it is though, we'll travel here into the Persian courtyard to kind of break down exactly what they're doing with the One Piece anime. I figure this is a pretty setting to talk about One Piece. So One Piece Grand Pirate Gathering. This unique experience is inspired by the long-running global hit anime series, One Piece. The Grand Pirate Gathering will transport guests into the series' fictional world of pirates through an immersive and interactive experience complete with iconic visuals and scenic environments that place fans at the heart of the action. Guests will also have time to enjoy uplifting meet and greet opportunities with different characters, as well as participate in themed interactive photo opportunities. Now obviously they are going to be having lots of exclusive themed food and merchandise. As you can see, they already have a Back to the Future display out here. Now this isn't the exclusive merch that they have for the event, however, it is kind of fitting that they already have Back to the Future stuff out here, but there obviously will be plenty of different themed merchandise to One Piece, to Back to the Future, to Yoshi, to Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and all that fun stuff, because it wouldn't be complete without a themed merch and stuff like that for a Universal special event. And well, everyone, that's gonna wrap up the whole FanFest talk for today. I hope you guys enjoy this kind of different style of video. I figured, you know, once they release the details and everything, I definitely want to do it in park. I just feel like it's a little bit more fun, and if you guys enjoy it like that, then we'll definitely do more. Just leave this video a like to let us know that you enjoy it that way. We will be covering Universal FanFest nights. Don't know what day, but we for sure will be out here. So if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button down below, those bell notifications on, and leave this video a like. My name is Scott, and you've been watching Exploring Attractions. Positivity is key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.